Here's here we are with the front end of this thing. Pretty much this is how the front end setup is on these. Typical of the same in a lot of the import trucks, except for it actually has a triangulated lower control arm and not the single control arm with the strut rod. So we don't have to do anything there. Those strut rod ones, you know, we built some brackets off because we did that D50. This one, however, though, the lower is already triangulated. That's where the bag plate that I got from Chris Newman comes in. Pretty much to do these, I've got a trick I'm going to try with the uppers. Not sure if it's going to work just yet. If that don't work, we're going to raise the upper a little bit. But all of this whole spring pocket and pocket for the shock, all this has to go to give us room for our bag plate and our bag mount. So this is the passenger side with the spring and the shock out, and what we need to make it look like. So this is the passenger side. That's how that spring pocket is. We're gonna lop it off. We're gonna make a plate, fill in this hole, and I have the advantage, unlike the one that Chris Newman was doing. I just have the chassis, so I'm able to come in here with the Sawzall and sneak this off. If you have to do this with the body on it, it's going to be a lot more difficult. But fortunately, having just a bare chassis, be able to just sneak in here. I cut the top of the plasma, cut the bottom off with the Sawzall, and clean it up. We'll get this plated in, get everything back. Alright, pretty much this is how we end up with the front. Made a plate, box this all in. Come over here, did both sides, boxed it in, welded it up. Got it all cleaned out because our upper bag plate. This over here is going to end up coming off of here. A couple gussets, lower control arm. That's what we're going to end up doing at the front now. Walk you over here, the control arms. They're gonna get plated something like this. Now, under that, I meant to show this before I did this. This used to be in here, kind of like that. Well, so chop that out. Gonna weld this in place. The other one I already did. It's like this. Weld it in place where this showed through, like there. That is taken up because of a big old chunk of tubing. We already got this one cut. It fits just inside this hole perfect. To reinforce that, this is so we can get to this bolt, because without it, it ends up in here and you can't get to it to put the bolt in and out. I mean, you probably could, but it's just not going to be fun. I didn't necessarily have to go with this big of a piece of tubing, but I have a bunch of it, so why not? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld it here. I'm going to gusset, make a gusset plate here, and I'm going to make a gusset plate right here, and weld that all in. I might make a small one right here. I could come in here and plate this whole thing in. Now, if these were going to get painted, powder coated, look good, show quality, etc., etc., I would do that. But the owner, Sherwin, gentleman named Sherwin, was actually just here a little bit ago, and he's actually the one that helped trim these out, clean these up, cut these out, trim out the stuff up in the front and such like that. And he just wants to just go ahead and throw some gussets in there. It will be fine for what he wants to do. He's trying to do this just quick, down, dirty, get it bagged, and then he's going to take it over and do all the finishing, get things painted, and he just wants this to be an absolute street truck. Get in, drive anywhere, and he's not really worried about showy. So we can get away with just a couple of gussets in there. It's going to be fine. We'll get these bolted back in. I was going to clean the frame, wire wheel the frame and all that. He said don't even bother with that. He's going to take care of it. It saves him some money. Saves me some time. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish welding up these control arms. I'm going to be doing this with my Miller-Matic 211. Got auto set. It's kind of cheating, it's kind of not. Old F1 hard sitting out there looking all bored. Hey, at least all the snow's gone that happened earlier this week though. But I'm going to finish these control arms up, get them back on the truck, get my mock-up bags in place, and then I'm going to kick in the next video starting the upper control arms. Not the upper control arms, the upper bag plates, and then we'll get the upper control arm mod that I have planned done, and then this thing's out the door. In the end of the next video, I believe I'm going to release what I'm going to be working on most of the winter, if not all of the winter, and that is my new personal project that I hope to have running and driving by Camp and Drag 2023. So, till then, deuces. Okay. Or maybe I lied, and I got about a third of the way that second one welded up and ran out of welding wire, because isn't that how it always goes? So, now we are here, middle of the night, well, it's only like 6:30. We're running here to Menards, grab some welding wire, so we can actually finish that control arm. Yeah. We'll just grab a little one for now. And of course, no trip to Menards is complete without some snacks. Yeah, this one should do it. Alright, now we got wire, we got snacks, we got cool old school purple neon lights. We're gonna go back to the house. We're gonna get the wire in the machine. We're gonna finish up these lower control arms. We'll see you guys again soon. Please don't forget, like, subscribe, smash, follow, all that good jazz. If you could just reshare, I really appreciate it. And we'll see you guys soon. Later.